Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. Once again, it is with great gratitude that I come here now, to share some more teachings. Every moment that I am allowed to go over all my wisdom, all my thoughts, is a moment of upliftment for this planet. As I said here, these words spoken or read are not loose in the wind, they are magnetized with my energy. So everyone who listens to them with an open heart will receive everything that is being said here. The way I address you makes no difference to me. I call them sons, daughters, I call them brothers, sisters, I call them friends, for me there is no difference. But there is still the question in everyone's heart. You were used to seeing me as that unattainable being somewhere in the sky, where all respect and humility should be used to reach me. Many people confuse me with God, they call me God. What have we been saying here for some time now? That there is no distance, there is no barrier, there are no points to be filled, much less conditions for each one of you to reach me or reach God the Father or Mother. Within your conception, it is easier for you to think of me, because I was a human like all of you, incarnated on the planet. My image to this day is forged in countless ways, as an extremely beautiful being so that it can be accepted more easily by your very reprehensible mind. Today, if at some point it had been possible for a photo of me to have been taken, I would say that I look nothing like what you see out there. I had the features of the people of that time and place. The beauty that you impute to me in your images has nothing to do with my reality at that time. But if I were portrayed as an Asian, as an African, as an albino or with features that you didn't accept, what would the cult of me be like? So it was necessary for a totally false image, totally different from the real one, from that time, to be created. So I ask you, where is the difference? If I were a black person, would my energy be different? Wouldn't my energy be enough for them? Certainly for some, yes, it would be unacceptable, inconceivable that I had been black. Why? Would my heart be different? Wouldn't I have done everything I did to bring you here today? Why not? What I had when incarnated as Jesus, the Christ, was just an outfit, which lasted a few years. Only that. My love, my energy, has nothing to do with the clothes I wear. So I ask you, why so much difference, why so much discrimination? What do you think, that during these millennia and millennia that you have been incarnating here on the planet, you have incarnated with the same clothes that you have today? And do not confuse this clothing that I mention with the clothing that you wear, it is the physical envelope that you received. Product of genetics, mixtures, the miscegenation of races that took place on the planet. So each generated body is different, because the original mixture is different, otherwise you would all be the same, at least in appearance. Why have I insisted on this matter? Because he is important. Your religions have preached that you are unique in the universe. The arrogance is so great that it is not accepted that there are other beings in the universe. Father or Mother God really is quite lazy and only created the human race, the rest of the universe he didn't want to do anything else. Did he become disillusioned, discouraged, or just lazy? But this is what was passed on to you. There is no outside world. And I can tell you that my soul came from this world outside, it is not earthly. So what are you going to say? That I'm wrong, that I'm lying, that I'm not the one speaking. And then I will just say listen to your hearts and you will know, whether what I say is true or false. You are about to meet the races of the universe, and most interestingly, you will meet the birthplace of their appearances. You will know exactly how to identify the parent cells of the appearance you have today. Because this is what happened. I've already said it here and I'll say it again, that little story about a single couple populating the planet is impossible. If it were true, you would all be the same. But you are not. So the origin of their appearances comes from galactic beings, who populated this planet from the first human created here. And what will you do when you see a being that has the same skin color, that has the same eye shape, that is the same height as you? Will you actually recognize that his race was the precursor of your own appearance or not? You will continue to deceive yourself into thinking that this does not exist. Let's make one thing clear here, I'm not talking about the soul, I'm talking about the physical appearance. With each incarnation you take on a different outfit, depending on where you choose to be born, what family you want to be born into, and genetics determines what your image, your physical outfit, will be like. But it had an origin and you will see those origins clearly in front of you. So how will you explain all this? And then how will you understand the whole story that was told? So I say to you, stop looking at others based on their appearance, because in some of your incarnations you may have been just like them. And since you take the issue of beauty very seriously, you could have been much uglier than him. Ah, but you don't believe that? It's a way of protecting yourself from the truth by believing the lie. Many of you who say you are awakened today still discriminate against others. It is something incompatible with anyone who supposedly wants to go to the fifth dimension. How can you discriminate against others? Where is unconditional love? Where is love completely devoid of judgment? Where is it? Learn to look at others as yourself, because at some point in your journey, you may have been very similar to them. And why does he bother you so much today? Because you were taught to disaggregate, to discriminate, to think of yourself as superior or to think of yourself as inferior, bringing this wave of imbalance between you. We have said it here several times, we do not look at physical bodies, we only see the soul. And of course this whole process of discrimination appears in the soul. We know that you do not have a pure heart, we know that you still do not emanate 100% unconditional love. But I will tell you something, because of our infinite love, we also know that this is a gradual thing, that it will not be overnight that you will emanate 100% unconditional love. But what do we need to at least see? The intention, the attempt, the will, the search to take a step forward every day, and this also appears. And I tell you that this will be what will allow you to reach the fifth dimension. My sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, it will not be an easy process. Let's put it this way, you were given free will, a unique process in the entire universe. Now you will reap the result of this, which is changing dimensions within physical consciousness. Will be easy? No, and I can tell you, every day will be more difficult because the tests will become deeper. With each step you take forward comes a more difficult test to see how far you have actually learned what unconditional love is. And this is the feeling you often have, that you go forward and go back, go forward and go back. This is not just a feeling, it is the truth. You go to the front and are tested, and you don't pass the test, they return along the way, to go through the same test again. And you stay up and down until you pass each test. Now what is very important and which makes me return to what I said at the beginning, Father or Mother God is not at an unattainable point, nor is he extremely busy that he does not listen to what you ask. In the same way, me, in the same way Mary, in the same way all the other beings of light that you know. Each one of you who accepts us into your hearts has us as sparks within you. So we are not outside, we are not in an image, we are inside you. And there is no place faster, easier to access, than in this place we are. So don't look for us outside. Don't look for us in front of an image. Look for us inside your heart, and surely, if you believe in this, you will find us.